Hey there, welcome back to another video, just like last time. My name is Nick. Let's get into it. I have no notes, just raw, pure emotion. I'm sitting here in my Dallas Cowboys hat, and if you can see the numbers on the sleeve, yes, yes, I was at my daughter's 1 month checkup when I got the alert, and I just threw on my Micah Parsons jersey, and which I bought in Dallas. I am I am at a loss of words. I I the Dallas Cowboys traded Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers for Kenny Clark and two first round picks. And then Micah Parsons immediately signed a $188 million deal over 4 years with the Green Bay Packers. Why did Jerry Jones not give Micah Parsons his money? And I'm sitting here decked out in Cowboys stuff, but I'm not blaming Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is is he might be a generational defensive player. I think, like I said, I don't have notes for this. I believe nobody has more sacks in the NFL since he was drafted than him. He's I mean, he's just a beast. He breaks through the double teams. Like I just I don't get it anymore. Jerry Jones is making it really hard to be a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. He it's just we went through the same thing last summer with CD Lamb, except CD Lamb actually got the money. I just I don't get it. It's exhausting. I don't Who wants to put out money for fan gear, jerseys, t-shirts, what have you, if you don't know if that there's always a chance that the player's not going to be there. But why would I bought this jersey thinking that Micah Parsons was going to retire as a Cowboy. And now that was 2 years ago. And now this jersey is just I can go buy another one now probably for $50. I just and it's all the time with Jerry Jones. I can't I don't know if I can keep doing this. I don't know. I You trade away Amari Cooper for a seventh round pick, and correct me if I'm wrong, Amari Cooper went on to have a career year that season with the Cleveland Browns. The whole CD Lamb situation last year, Jerry Jones saying we need a legitimate number two, and then trading for Jonathan Mingo. Jonathan Mingo is your idea of a real wide receiver number two. No. What is the state of the Cowboys running back situation? Everybody thought Derrick Henry was going to the Cowboys. He went to Baltimore, and he's still like fork over the money, Jerry. There's no reason that a a legendary offensive lineman like Zach Martin spent his entire career in Dallas and I think saw one playoff win the entire time he was there. He was a first round pick. And everybody's saying, oh, at least the Cowboys got two first round picks. So what? Jerry can draft three offensive linemen in one draft instead of one? I'm tired. I live 2 hours away from DC. I could very easily make the jump to the Commanders. And they made it to the NFC Championship last year. And their head coach is the guy that should be coaching the Dallas Cowboys right now. Dan Quinn should be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I don't. At this point, is anybody even convinced that the Cowboys are going to beat the Giants? Could the Giants only have 2 wins this season and it be against the Cowboys? That might be blowing it out of the water a bit, but still, it's like, Where does it end? Because I'm at a loss. The biggest bright side of this entire roster is our kicker, Brandon Aubrey. He used to be a soccer player. You throw all this money at Dak Prescott, we get no return. No return on the money to Dak Prescott. He's a fringe top 10 quarterback in the NFL right now. And you had no problem giving him all that money. Arguably one of the best pass rushers in the game demands more money, and you trade him to the Packers? I'm not seeing the logic here. Oh, let's also not forget about the fact that we're bringing in George Pickens. And honestly, this George Pickens thing could end up working out. He could be the number 2 that Dallas is looking for. But let's look at the history of wide receivers that Pittsburgh's gotten rid of over the years. Juju Smith-Schuster, he is only now going into his first back-to-back seasons where he's playing for the same team. Left to go to Kansas City, then was in New England, back to Kansas City, and he's returning to Kansas City this year. That's what has happened for him since he's left. And he's just been moving down depth charts. Chase Claypool, he's not even playing football anymore. And let's not forget Antonio Brown. What did he do after he left the Steelers? He got cut from the Raiders in preseason. And then he had that little comeback with the Buccaneers where he crashed out and left the game and like right before halftime or whenever it was. But it's like, so history would kind of suggest that this George Pickens thing might not work out, might not pan out. The Steelers aren't giving up wide receivers that go on to be superstars in other locations. And then there was the whole Trey Lance thing where they brought Trey Lance in. What did he play, like 30 snaps the entire 3 years he was with the Cowboys? I don't know if I can keep doing it. I have rooted for this team for so long. Not even partially, mainly because my dad is a Cowboys fan, and those were the games that were on. Bonding between me and my dad. But man, and I'd like to think that the team might be better once Jerry Jones is no longer with us. I have less faith in his son than I have in him. Unless, when Jerry Jones passes, his son says, you know what? Let's bring in an actual general manager to run the team. This team is doomed. I am 28 years old. I will be 29 in January. I haven't even seen the Cowboys make it to the NFC Championship in my lifetime, let alone the Super Bowl. Who knows if it's ever going to happen? I could just be one of those fans that's like, next year is our year. I don't want next year to be our year. I want this year to be our year. And this year's not our year because we just lost our best defensive player to Green Bay. I don't know. This is literally just me ranting. I actually had an idea of kind of looking at this whole situation, and I just didn't have a chance to write down the notes and actually have the numbers for everything that I just talked about and the stupid decisions that are made in this organization. So, I guess until next time, thank you for listening to me rant for 10 minutes about the Dallas Cowboys. leave a comment with how you feel about the trade, I guess. I don't have anything else to say about this topic. Jerry Jones will never do the right thing. It's exhausting being a Cowboys fan. All right. Till next time. Bye bye.